And hello everybody, welcome. That's right. Welcome to the wartime live streams here at Potsquatch Growers. I'm Uncle Potsquatch Wallace. We aren't a big clan, but we're not the smallest either. We're 23.1 thousand members across the world. And we, yesterday, on our 5-year anniversary, came to you. We came to you yesterday on our 5-year anniversary and we made a call for change. We made a call to all of you, friends and enemies in the community alike. We are a community often troubled with infighting and not getting along, but at the end of the day, this is a threat that's coming at all of us. So my friends, welcome to a very beautiful time in the cannabis community. We've spent years trying to fight for our freedoms, and legalization supposedly is happening in places. It's supposedly here in Canada. It's supposedly in many states in the United States. There's actually other countries as well. But here we are still like it's 1995 being persecuted by YouTube, by Facebook, by Google, by Instagram. So my friends, it's time for us all to unify and stand up. And well, I don't know if I'm going to keep doing this accent, so let's go back to normal talking. Hey everybody! Welcome to the show. Before we get into it, before I do my normal saying hi to everybody that's in the show, I would like to take a special moment. It's been a little less than 24 hours, or exactly 24 hours since we went live yesterday. That live stream has been really well received. We've already had quite a few people reach out to us, and I would just like to first take a moment to give them a special mention, okay? First of all, we've had a channel much bigger than our little channel here reach out to us and is standing with us now. And I'm going to give a shout out to Cannabis Lifestyle TV. They have a follow, subscriber base, whatever you want to call it, of about 151,000. They stand with us. They see eye to eye on everything we said in the show yesterday. I've been emailing a bit back and forth with Rob, one of the co-founders of Cannabis Lifestyle TV, and we will be having a meeting this Friday. And we're going to propose doing some joint shows. We've also started a petition, everybody. So here, what I'll do, I'll share the petition after I give a shout out to everybody who has reached out and has committed that they're standing with us. So Cannabis Lifestyle TV, welcome to the fight. Welcome to standing with Potsquatch Wallace. Proud Canadian Cannabis on YouTube. Grow Big 207 on YouTube. Aussie Stoners channel, a big and up and coming little channel over in Australia on YouTube. The Grow Under the Stairs on YouTube. CannaWorks on Instagram. PandaCat0420 on Insta and YouTube, I do believe. Self-Made Buds on YouTube. Ma Dax on YouTube. Canopy Crawler on YouTube. Grow With Me 420 on YouTube. THC Urban Gardener on YouTube. High as Fuck Happy Hour on YouTube and Facebook. Happy Dude Grows on YouTube and The Grow Sausage on YouTube. They have answered the call. I know many of you stand with us. Please send a formal email to potsquatch420@gmail.com, okay? But at the end of the day, it has begun. It's been 24 hours and we've already got clans come to stand with us on this fight. It's going to take every goddamn single one of us to stand and fight this tyranny and control and lack of freedom and censorship. Because guess what? We're a bunch of people playing with plants. We're educating people. We're helping people. We're honest farmers, enthusiasts, entertainers, educators, and business people. We're not criminals. We're not degenerates. So YouTube, Google, Facebook, Instagram, get your heads out of your ass. All right, and now I'm going to log in on my phone. It's a little bit easier to share the link to the petition, everybody. So this petition that I'm about to share to all of you. This is the formal petition I've started that is associated with this movement and for all of us, big and small on all social media platforms. Enough is enough. It is time for them to realize it's 2021. The world is changing. So here's the petition. Share it, sign it, and stand with Uncle Potsquatch Wallace for freedom! All right, here's the link though. 1 second here, everybody. I gotta make it work. And don't worry, everybody, we're going to get back to the normal show today. I'm just going to, every show, we're going to start the show with a little segment talking about this. Here is the link. Go check it out. This is literally, we've already got 7 or 8 people have signed it. It's only been on the internet for 20 or 30 minutes. I worked for about an hour kind of doing the little write-up blurb about it and setting it up, which for me was quite astonishing because, you know, let's be fair, Uncle Potsquatch isn't necessarily the most gifted man with computers. But please, take heed, share it, sign it, paste it all over the internet, on the Reddit, on the Facebook, on the Instagram, anywhere where you can think of doing it, anywhere I don't think of doing it, go for it, because let's be fair, I'm not the world's greatest gift to computers. All right, now let's go back to the beginning here and say hi to everybody. Well, here, I'll do it on the phone. Why did it always go to top chat? Everybody is allowed to speak on the damn channel. Live chat, you stupid piece of shit. All right, now I'm going to go back to the very beginning and we're going to say hi to everyone. Canagronia, what a beautiful name. Come stand with us. Good to see you. Eureka M, good to see you. Kenny Bateman, good to see you. Family Outcast, good to see you. Happy Dude Grows, what's happening? Kyle Homewood, good to see you. Christopher Mortimer, good to see you. Irish Wanderer, good to see you. Chris Barton, good to see you. Growbeat 207, good to see you. Nicole Lindman, welcome to the show. Ganja Nana your mama, good to see you. The Divine Sorcerer, hello to you. Aaron, good to see you. Who am I missing? Something else. How you doing? You're stoned on the porch. Nice, I'm about to be stoned in my basement. What's happening, Paper Scratcher? Good to see you. All right. Seamus McGillicuddy, good to see you, baby. All right. Eugene Dolan, good to see you. All right. Chris Barton, what's happening, baby? What's up, Handicap PK? What's up, Warm Bay Level? Good to see you. Michael Montgomery, welcome to the show. Victor, good to see you. Bradley 909, what's happening, baby? Hey, congratulations on getting your medical prescription approved today. At least there's small positive things happening in this world of bullshit. All right. Eureka M, good to see you. Einstein, where's the toilet? I've got a toilet on the other side of my apartment, my friend. All right. Dave G, good to see you, my friend. Oh, they're never going to shut me down, Dave G. And the fact is if they come and shut my damn channel down, I'll re-fucking build it. I've got all of my content backed up. I am a global thing. We have members all over the world. I've been released on 263 websites, many of which are in languages I don't even fucking know what they are. So don't worry. Uncle Potsquatch is not going anywhere. And you know what? YouTube, if you tried to take me down, you're going to make me more powerful than I ever was before. A martyr well alive. So really, use your brain, Susan. All right, let's get back to saying hi to everybody. What's happening to, who have I missed? Texas Squatch, what's up, baby? All right. Am I missing anyone? What's happening, Ashley King? Thank you very much. I really appreciate the love. Who am I missing here? Sarah Coppin, what's happening? All right. Roman Reckless, what's happening, baby? Shauna Hoover, what's happening? Lee Braddock, what's happening, buddy? 1 second here. Yeah, I literally like copied your list that you sent me there, Lee Braddock. So I'm trying to get their attention. And remember, fellow YouTubers, whether you like me or not, it's not about whether we like each other anymore. This is about all of us standing up for our rights, freedoms, and censorship and our right to exist. We are not criminals. We're not degenerates. We are just a fun-loving group here trying to help each other, okay? So at the end of the day, big and small, Remo, fucking send me an email, buddy. I'll get Cam to call you. I know he's got your number. I also know that Dylan at Pacific Northwest just did a video with you, so I'll call Dylan. I'll get him to call you, okay? Or you could just take the initiative and call me. Mr. Canucks Grow, time to leave your little grow lab. Regardless of your sponsorships, come call me. Let's talk, okay? We're all at threat here, buddy. I've tagged a bunch of other channels here in this. I'm going to start tagging other big YouTubers in every live stream we do now to try to get some attention here. I want to do some co-shows. Let's get the story out there, because if we stand together, we will be like 1,000 lamp up. It's a hell of a lot harder to harvest that than it is to chop down a plant or two. And if we stand together, we'll be all right. What's happening, Scott? Good to see you. What's up, Dawson Dave? YZFR6, good to see you. Wonky Donkey, what's happening, baby? Tony Clifton, good to see you. Brian, what's happening? Lamoyette, good to see you. All right. Reverend Veritas, what's happening, baby? I did. I got most of it off last night. The rest this morning. What's happening, Miguel Rodriguez? Good to see you, buddy. Charles Howell, what's happening? Good and sexy.
Hell yeah, yelling it long and strong in the Sin City. I love it. What's up? Squirrel's World. Welcome to the new sub, everybody. Welcome to Squirrel's World. Welcome. We are picking up the banner, all of us, and trying to get all the other YouTubers here on board, and we're going to stand and fight for our right. What's happening, Chris the Phenomenon? Good to see you. All right. If I missed anybody, what's up, KJ38? Hey, no worries, Squirrel's World. Welcome to the show. So everybody, again, I'm excited. You know what I mean? Like, thank you everybody for tuning in. Yesterday was probably the most successful live stream we've done in terms of just sheer numbers in a really long time. We hit over 1,000 views in like 19 or 20 hours, which, holy crap, it's been a while since we've done that. And so I really appreciated that. And like I said, big shout out, as I did at the beginning, to everyone who's already reached out. It's only been 24 hours. And we've already got big and small people, just starting out on YouTube, and some really quite big channels reaching out. Rob, thanks again. I can't wait to talk to you on Friday. We're gonna get this done, and we're gonna show Susan who's boss. And at the end of the day, my friends, I mean, rock and roll. I mean, this is literally what the true original spirit of the cannabis community used to be, right? Like, I mean, back in the day, man, I mean, reefer madness and the war on drugs, and guess what? It's still happening. It's just now in a digital mindset now. It's like, man, social media platforms have gone back to 1995. One of the cool things I'll share actually too is my brain's blending things here. Let's get back to what I was saying. I was hearing some stories from different companies and different channels and different things, and they've literally had exactly the same thing that's happened to us. You know, we've struggled to have payment portals on our websites. I've been through 13 different payment portals now. PayPal still is holding $1,700 of our money. Shopify, where we hosted our online swag store, called me and was like, yeah, we have no problem with what you're doing, but you can't use our payment portal. So I've had a pretend store for almost a year now. It cost me almost $100 a month to have all of that up, and we haven't been able to move any of our swag or anything like that, and I've been personally paying for that out of pocket. But I won't back down. None of us will. I think really at the end of the day is what we needed was the war cry, someone to come along and to unify us. And that's, well, I'm just a stupid asshole to try to do that. I'm going to try to unify all of us to stand up for our rights of the plan. And, I mean, at the end of the day, like, man, it's crazy. It's like, it's fucking legal in Canada, man. It's legal in a hell of a lot of states in America, man. It's legal in other countries, or at least decriminalized. The world is changing and coming around, but yet it seems like these giant conglomerates and large world banks are taking a step back. I had every major bank in Canada refuse me corporate accounts. Canadian government has no issue with what I'm doing. The Canadian corporate registry and the provincial corporate registry has no issues with what I'm doing. I'm a legal corporation, everyone. We're a legitimate company. Do you think they give a shit? No. Now, mind you, the funny thing is the great hypocrisy I find about it, especially YouTube. Let's talk about YouTube's hypocrisy for a second, okay? They're persecuting all of us, yet they play ads for big, super big, rich pot companies on their platform. They do grow equipment ads. They do all of these types of ads, but yet then they're persecuting the very people of an industry. And it's like, just because we're not huge, just because we don't have millions upon millions of dollars, we don't matter? Bullshit. And guess what? We may not be rich, but we are strong in numbers. We are the ants, you are the grasshoppers, and we outnumber you. So anyway, let's keep talking. Oh, come on now, Einstein. Let's not even go there, man. Yeah. So, I mean, I've got a corporate account now, by the way. I'll tell you a trick. Everyone, I'm going to teach you something. If you are a small cannabis little company, if you're a small media brand, a YouTube, what you will, in the industry, and you are struggling to get a bank account, I'm going to tell you exactly how to do it. A shout out to my Uncle Paul. He is a professor at the Business School of Sauder in London, Ontario. And he said, name your corporation something androgynous that doesn't tell them what you do. Originally, my corporation was called Potsquatch Growers Enterprises, Inc. And I got crucified by every financial institution over that. So I paid my lawyers. I changed the name of the company, okay? And it's androgynous now. I just used my last name and called it Group. I went into the bank, had a corporate bank account in 20 minutes. It literally took me 20 minutes to get a company account. I went to the same bank, same person sat down with me, no issue. So bear that in mind. All you need to do is have a parent company with an androgynous name. Less is more. Don't connect it with your websites. Don't connect it with anything, and just go into the bank quietly and say that. With a little bit of thought and foresight, you can get around this persecution. The times will change, but they will not change unless we all stand up and fight for it, okay? So there's a fun little lesson for you, okay? That's a way around the bullshit. Okay, now let's get back and start reading people's messages and just sort of do some stuff here. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, no, it happens a lot, Squirrel's World. You know, it's really actually, it's almost so sad with how common these experiences of people are in our industry. Like, it's like you don't even need to ask someone what their story is anymore because it's the same for all of us. It's really strange. What's up, Pilgor? Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, so anyway, long story short, can we buy swag then, Squatch? Yes, we will be able to, because I've actually come up with another way. I just haven't redone the website. So I'm actually going to be starting a whole nother website. Oh, I gave you bad names, Stony Baker MD. I'm sorry, but it was done on purpose. It was done in character as well to kind of raise the war cry. So I apologize for your nightmares there, though. But hey, I must have done a good job if I freaked you out that much. But at the end of the day, we will have the store up and running fairly soon. It will be quite androgynous. It will not say Potsquatch anywhere on it, but you'll know where you are. You'll understand what it is. Okay, I'm going to keep sharing the link to the petition, everybody. Please, everybody, sign, share this petition, get it to other YouTubes, get it to other people. This is how we take the first step towards our evil overlords. Okay, check it out, and it's a good time. Aaron, I hate when people say it was Captain, what is it, Captain Spaulding from the Rob Zombie movie. I mean, come on now, that is not the character. I'm just a balding guy with a beard doing the Joker. Joker can have a beard, everybody. Like, well, see, but Charles Howell, though, I'm a corporation, not a very big one, but I'm here teaching you. I want to empower people, right? So at the end of the day, fuck what big corporate Canada wants, okay? You know, support your local small companies, local craft, boutique cannabis, grow your own, power yourself, get yourself a decent light, get some decent genetics, and learn. The easiest way to take care of yourself and those around you is to learn to grow your own. You know, that's what we are at Potsquatch Growers. You know, eventually we would like to go legal craft and do local craft sales and global genetics. Of course we do. That's one of the things that we want to do to leave for everyone once we're gone, once I'm dead one day. But at the end of the day, we're here to help you learn how to do it yourself. Grow your own. Take care of yourself. That is how you do it. You know, if you're worried about what's in your cannabis, is it safe, is it that, then grow your own. That's the best way. And at the end of the day, as I've shared in previous shows, you know, the global corporate Canadian cannabis crap has not gone well. There's been a lot of, there's a hell of a lot of recalls that have happened, if you know what I'm saying. Squirrel's World, yeah, you can't have bank loans. You won't get that. There's certain things that banks just won't loan you money on, but that's okay. I'm not saying you can get a loan. We still got to find a way to get our own capital. It's going to cost me, for our company, anywhere from $1 to $1.5 million to go fully legal in terms of doing craft and boutique genetics and acquiring land and building a building. The way Canada's done legalization and the licensing, it's not really legal for the actual people in the industry. It's legal for them and the rich. So, you know, take a look at the real criminals who actually have money who got into the game. Look at the people who were, you know, retired heads of police departments who then got into the game with their big old pensions and fat checks from busting our kind their whole careers. It's kind of a crock, but hey, it is what it is. That's why we keep on fighting, you know what I'm saying? It's all good, Thor Price. Don't you worry, my friend. All is well. Well, that's the thing, Visible Farms. We don't have that in Canada. In the States, I say 100% go that route. If that legally is something on a state level thing that can work there, You cannot do that in Canada. You do need a retail license in Canada to sell. In order to get a retail license, you need a dispensary in a location. It's just how it works here in Canada. That's why I often make the joke I want a dispensary, Pilgor. I'm not gonna lie. I want a dispensary. I want a building. I want a brick and mortar building where I can sell my wares and have a safe space for people. It'd be great if I could go to a farmer's market. I don't disagree with what you're saying. I think that would be amazing. I think it's a fucking plan. I mean, we get it certified safe, and then you should be able to sell it to whoever the hell you want, and you shouldn't need a giant retail license to do it in Canada. It's produce basically. But at the end of the day, maybe one day we'll get to the sort of the place where it could be like a fruit stand on the side of the road, and it's like, hey man, come buy some cannabis. But you know, whatever. What are you gonna do? But it is what it is. And we all got to kind of keep rolling. But that's the joke I often make to America. It's like, don't do it how we did it. If you go federally legal, do not follow our example. We fucked it up. Yeah, right, Einstein? I've been buying the odd lotto ticket too, but sadly, I don't really ever win. So, well, I'm really good at winning like a buck. So if I, can replicate that 1.5 million times more, but then again, I'll actually end up spending about 10 or 11 million dollars for that amount of tickets. So that would be kind of dumb. But that's why one of the things that we're trying to do for our company is we're going to get our CBD line into stores throughout the States. I'm hoping to try to get our beard oil into a bunch of the big chain stores here in Canada. Because if I can pull that off, then I will begin to be able to sort of save the capital within my company to then go buy a piece of vacant land and start building a building and begin in the process of trying to make genetics for everybody around the world, right? So. Squirrels World, the boys were telling me to hit you up. What do you mean the boys down in like Newfoundland, or what are you saying there, mate? We have flea markets, but it's completely illegal. Visible farms without a retail license in Canada, if you get caught selling anything over 30 grams, it's 14 years in prison in Canada. It's more illegal now under legalization in many ways than it used to be. And if you get caught selling even just a few grams to someone here in Canada without a retail license, you are fucked. You will have huge fines of potential jail time. It's sad, but that's the truth. No, right, Apache FPV, but I mean, that's one of the things. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm a drinker, right? Like, I drink in my shows, so, let's not demonize alcohol too much. I like drinking. It does kill, and it does create a lot of problems, but one can also imbibe alcohol without issue when doing it responsibly. But it is a crock, though. But actually, where alcohol is a very interesting story, and if you actually look at the history of the prohibition of alcohol and the prohibition of cannabis, they're eerily similar. So we're actually, where we're at right now is like the early days of kind of the pulling back and repelling the prohibition of alcohol. So it's actually there's very huge similarities between those two stories. And the trick with that one was keep on fucking fighting and we'll get there. And that's what we gotta do. Oh, there you go, Squirrels World. Well, I'm actually technically a blood half Newfoundlander on my mom's side, so I divide a bit of boat, I divide sailor, you know what I'm saying? Hey, all right. Yeah, right? I mean, Apache FPV, I mean, that's kind of one of the crock too. The same thing has happened in Canada too in terms of legalization. I mean, you go to a dispensary and man, does it cost a lot of money to buy weed. Your local dope man that's being labeled as a criminal by the government is actually usually a much better option. But anyway. That's funny, but that's the funny thing in the Cole Landman. I mean, you can technically gift cannabis in Canada to people, but I mean, at the end of the day, the Special Task Force unit that has been made by the RCMP in Canada, they're not dumb. So I mean, I don't know how long that would hold up here, and for me, I'm sick and tired of finding loopholes or half loopholes and hiding. I'm done with that. I'm done with hiding from YouTube. I'm done with hiding from anything. It is time for us to demand a fair and equal market and our rightful place to exist. If you're good at what you do, you will survive in business. That's just called business. And at the end of the day, why are they trying to keep us out? Well, it's because they're scared of us. They're scared of the fact that we can produce things they can't, and we can beat their prices. Hell, you got a guy with a couple of lamps in his house that can beat government prices and government product quality. I'd be scared too if I were them. What's up, self-made buds? How you doing, buddy? I'm pretty sure you were on the list that I gave a shout out to earlier today, and if you weren't, I got your email. You're on the list. Welcome to the movement. Thank you for standing with us. All right. But yeah, so let's get back to some of the fun stuff here. I was really proud of myself yesterday after the show. Took a bit of a break, sat down, scrubbed my face, and my beard out. Fuck. That green hairspray I used to my beard yesterday was a bitch to get out. It just stayed and clung to my beard hair. But I pushed and kicked my ass in the lab last night. I got all of my lollipopping and defoliation done. It's astonishing how much easier it is to get on top of thrips. Or as most people seem to say, thrips. Everyone's like, you're spelling it wrong. Well, actually, I've seen it spelled both ways. And two, I prefer saying thripe, so I added an E. It's more fun. Thrips sounds stupid. Thripe sounds fun. But anyway, that's one of the big things when you're dealing with thrips or thripe, so call them what you will. That defoliation of desiccated tissue where they have been propagating, that's a great first step. And also doing that lollipop on the bottom and really... You got to remember, the life cycle of a thripe is after that egg hatches that's been implanted either in the stem or in the leaf's tissue, it actually falls out down into the dirt, and then it starts to eat dead vegetation to get big enough to then crawl up into the plant. So one, when we take out the bottom, when we lollipop the bottom, we clean out the bottom, okay? It's a lot easier for us to be able to treat and deal with them too. Our nematodes showed up dead. As wonderful as nematodes are at dealing with this, I couldn't get any. They all showed up dead. I sent them back to Amazon with a very angry letter. And I'm just going straight up Jakeson. I'm going Jakeson, baby, with this shit. So it's astonishing though, like once you defoliate and lollipop it out, it's just so much easier. Like I've almost completely got it under control now. We'll be able to flip in the next, I'm hoping 2 or 3 days. Jake's, I talked to Jake, it does harm nematodes, so that's one thing I need to be aware of. So probably what I'll do is I'll Jake's for the next 2 or 3 days still. I'll Jake's for the first couple of days of flower. And then once we get a couple of days into that initial flip, that's when I'm going to throw in some beneficial nematodes. I'm probably just going to go to a store and buy them because I'm hoping they've at least properly stored them. I have found locally that there's some unactivated nematodes that come in the powder and then you make it into a spray. So I'm hoping that they will stand a better chance of still being alive after the crazy heat waves we've had here in British Columbia, Canada. So that's kind of my next plan on that one. What's up, AJ Groves? How you doing, buddy? Welcome to the show. But yeah, so I'm pretty excited though. Fuck, after getting all that work done, I was tired. I didn't get done that yesterday till about 12:34. And I mean, the trick with defoliation and lollipopping and going through your garden, especially if your plants are big and overgrown like a 1970s porno bush, you know what I'm saying? Is just go slowly, take your time. The only way through it sometimes is fucking through it. You just keep on chipping away, chugging away, and going. And so we got those plants under control now, so it's going great. Next thing I got to do is I got to kind of clean and organize the lab. I'm going to set up some tents. We're going to transplant a couple of Hindu Kush clones that I've left out of there that we're going to use as both mother plants. I'm going to save the big one because I'm going to be popping some of those orange Hindu Kush beans. I'm going to be getting a nice sexy breeding buck male. We're going to do a controlled breeding experiment in that tent for you, and we're going to make some F1 crosses of my old school BC Hindu Kush, obviously origin story from India, and then these new orange Hindus out of India as well. I'm going to cross them into each other, making a new super Hindu, and hopefully we can keep stabilizing that one out and making it sexy and making it rocking and rolling for all of you when we eventually get to come to market for everyone. What's up, Rise and Smoke? What's happening, baby? Good to see you. I sent you an email with the petition. I hope you got that. What else are we going to be doing? We're going to be popping some of the new plants as well. Once we get the tent set up and the breeding experiments done and then everything else organized down here, I'm going to start playing around in the weird under the stairs closet. I'm going to be doing what I'm going to call the Harry Potter grow closet. We're going to set that up. Very soon we're also going to be bringing in a 55-gallon oil drum, and we're going to be converting that into a micro self-contained grow unit utilizing the parts of a little squatch for that one. So that's going to be fun. For those of you who are seeing Nicole sharing the link there, that's where you're going to find our very own lighting brand, one of the most affordable professional grade systems in the world, and we're pretty much the only company that designs our tech to be easily fixable, and upgradable. That's right. We're not going to rip you off on replacement parts, and we're even going to tell you how to fucking do it. Why? Because if you go spend good money on a lighting system, you should have the right, my humble 2 cents, to fix it, to maintain it. You know, that is something that has changed in basically all tech. Everyone's like, oh, it breaks, buy a new one. It's called artificial economy and keeping it that, but we're not going to approach it that way. Fuck it. We're here to help you and empower you, baby. So yeah. Oh, dude, nice, Michael Montgomery. Do you like the 3500s? The 35 racks? I've got the 3050Rs right now. I've got 2 of the 3050Rs double squatch racks in there with the double squatch 3500 301H old school standard squatch in there. And I say old school in that it was just sort of the second incarnation of the initial lights we released that we still make. Big fan of those. But I'm super glad that it got there. It's astonishing, you know, like we've sold our lights all over the world. It's so crazy, man. Like it's like when I look at where all the different places all over the world where our lights have gone, it's like blows my fucking mind, you know. Did I see Tony's question? No, I believe I missed it. Where's Tony's question? Oh, Stoney's question. Oh, Stoney, don't say that. That's not very nice. We don't allow that kind of talk here. Even if you mean it as a joke. It's 2021. You got to move past that, buddy. That kind of humor has no place in our community. Whose question did I miss? Or did you mean the statement? Because I'm not okay with that. Come on now. Give your head a shake. Oh, right. Moving on. Michael Montgomery, I went with the 3050Rs because we had more of them. Typically when I order in our equipment for my grows, I go with whatever we have the most parts of. I try to keep it fair for all of you. First come, first serve. Actually, like often when I order equipment to put into our setups here, it usually takes 2 or 3 builds before I get it because someone will have an order that'll come in and I'll just tell Brett, just send them my lights. So actually, there's a few of you out there that actually have lights that were built for me, funnily enough. And then I get them when we have a gap in the production where we can actually manage to kind of build some and send them out to me. But that's okay. It's kind of love all of you, you know. You come first, out comes second. It's okay, baby, you know. That's called love. What's up, Red Clouds, baby? We're doing well. Oh, here, I'm going to keep sharing this link, by the way, too. Just everyone, sign the petition, share the petition, post it all over the fucking internet. Post it on those little subreddit-y thingies and all that, or whatever you call them. Can you tell how savvy with the internet I am? Hey, at least I figured out how to make the petition, all right. Read the blurb. I put some actual effort into it. I kind of like how it came out. I think the grammar, for the most part, is not too bad. Aaron, what are my thoughts on fabric ponds? I don't like them. In terms of basic aeration, yes, it's great. They can kind of have some nice aeration going through the pot. But in order to achieve proper hydration, proper flushing, if you're someone who uses bottle newts and stuff like that on an air pot or a fabric pot, I don't like the fabric pots. Actually, an air pot's different than a fabric pot, but sorry. But I don't like fabric pots. I know it seems silly, but I'm a big fan of either my old school plastic buckets, my plastic planters, or you know, the old school ceramics. The only reason why I don't really use ceramics is one, they usually try to charge me like $100 bajillion for one pot, and the amount of plants I grow, that's just not feasible. Plus, I don't want to throw out my back all the time trying to move that shit, right? So, yeah, no. Roman Reckless, if I had a son, I wish he or she, daughter, son, you know, would buy me a light. That you are a good son. That's amazing. Peace out, Stony Baker MD. Hell yeah. Now, how is this shed's going to be built? What kind of shed are you doing, Reverend Veritas? I'm very excited for you. Happy Grower says, I'm setting up the new grow space. Fuck yeah. 10 by 20 in new greenhouses and is killing it. Very nice, Happy Grower. I love it. It's a lot of room. 10 by 20. I wish I had 10 by 20. I think, what's my little flower room there? It's probably like 10 or 11 by like 12. Still nice, but I mean, I always want more room. But I mean, at least we have a lot more space down here to kind of set up other side experiments and other things to kind of play with too. So, yeah. Visible Farms says, Keep it real, keep it sexy, y'all. Oh, you outie too, Visible Farms? See you later, my friend. Sarah Coppin says, it helps if you wrap the smart pots in plastic wrap. Yeah, it's funny, Sarah Coppin. I actually said that first time years ago because someone was like, I can't flush my pots. What should I do? And it was kind of in a live stream. And I was like, I don't know. I just put some saran wrap on that shit. But then if you're wrapping it in saran wrap, are we not defeating the whole purpose of using a fabric pot? Why not just use a bucket and save yourself the saran wrap? Just creating more plastic garbage anyway. Stony Baker MD, that's in reference to your racist joke. It may not have been intended in a racist way, but it actually is. It was derogatory, demeaning, and exclusionary. That's the issue. So again, I'm not saying that you don't love all people, but that kind of humor, though, is a form of subtle systemic racism in our own minds. And being conscious of it and directly addressing that in our heads is kind of an important thing for us all as people to move together as a community and move forward, okay? So that's exactly what they're referencing there, my friend. And they didn't mean it, I don't think, actually in a negative way or at you. It was just, think about it, right? Because at the end of the day, imagine you were Indigenous and someone made that joke about you. How would that make you feel? You're a human just like everybody else in the community and in the chat right now, right? And then someone makes an exclusionary, derogatory comment to you. Like, last time I checked, most of my Indigenous friends live in houses like us. So anyway, that's what that was about, okay? You know, and we're about all inclusion for all people here, okay? But at the end of the day, it's also important for us to have these conversations. It's okay to have conversations and talk about these things, everybody. Because at the end of the day, if we don't directly address, because we are a very diverse community here at Potsquatch Growers and in the cannabis community, people all over the world, all love cannabis of all colors, all walks, all races, all political affiliations, all orientations, okay? So at the end of the day, you know, it's important to be able to talk about these things. But the hardest thing too is for us to all be able to look in the mirror and really be honest with ourselves about stuff. You know, I've been guilty of it growing up too. Like, I mean, fuck, I grew up a white guy. Of course I had stuff that I had to kind of struggle with in my head and realize I was being a dick. I didn't mean to. I wasn't trying to be doing these things, right? It was meant as a joke back in the day, right? But that still is a joke that hurts. It doesn't bring laughter to all, right? And so that's the thing, you know. But anyway, moving on. I hope that helps. And I hope that makes sense. What's up, Jason Begay? How you doing, my friend? How you doing? What's up? Good to see you. No, we'll move on, Roman Reckless, but we're going to address it. It's my show, so I'm going to address whatever I want in the show, and that was an important one to talk about, okay? Especially given sort of the current struggles within my own country. Of us all learning to try to come together. So that's why we took some time to talk about that one. Can high heat kill thrips? Yes, but the levels of heat that it needs to get to will also could be potentially quite harmful to your cannabis as well. So I wouldn't necessarily suggest going high heat at thrips. What you could do is actually go low temps. Low temps are actually quite a positive thing at least slowing the rate at which they're replicating, or you know what I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? So I would say it's safer to go slow temps, but again, this isn't really a fix-it thing. Going lower temps on the thrips will help to slow the rate at which they're propagating, slow them down in general. So for example, right now, like when I go lights out in my flowering room, like I keep the AC going, right? Like I'm getting it as cool as I can. Now mind you, it's fucking summer. Mind you, we're at another fucking heat wave again here in Canada on the West Coast. Son of a bitch. But I'm doing what I can with what I got. You know what I'm saying? Fucking finger. Sorry, everybody. Hey, what's up, Raw Power? It's been a while, my friend. You're in Bolivia right now. Very cool. I hope you're doing well, my friend. Byron Hayes says, I just moved and I keep getting these little brown flies that attack my beer cans every time I open one. Will they affect my grow? Quite potentially. Byron Hayes, I mean, it sounds like they could be some subtle variation of fungus gnat, and if they are a fungus gnat, they will propagate in your soil. Fungus gnats are the most harmful when they are in their larval state, and they will actually directly attack the soft little rootlets or new root systems that are propagating within your medium, okay? So that's where addressing that, and again, that's another great thing for beneficial nematodes. Beneficial nematodes are astonishing in terms of what they can accomplish in terms of dealing with crap in your dirt. That's true. PM doesn't necessarily like tons of heat either. It likes kind of, you know, more moderate, moist temperatures. But at the end of the day, I also like to directly go at something that'll kill the spores, really, right? So, and again, that's another thing that Jake's does. It kills those spores, baby. AJ grows, you know, it depends on the solution and how hard you're mixing. If you've got a bunch of beneficial bacteria in there that you're worried about, less is more. But at the end of the day, it probably is killing off all those bacteria, because when we use hydrogen peroxide, for example, on a cut, and all of a sudden that bubbling is happening, that's killing bacteria that's in the cut. So it's probably going to kill all that good shit too. So that's where, if you're using a bunch of added beneficial microbacteria, you know, what I would say is go like nematodes or something like this. Don't use something that's going to kill the bacteria like the H2O 2-3% solution, 1 to 3 part, 1 to 4 parts, you know. So maybe just do the nematodes if you can get your hands on some nematodes, you know. Yeah, no, I feel you, Aaron. Right? I mean, sometimes I resist. Sometimes I resist change too. I got a bag of some pine tar kush here right now. I might roll up in a little bit. I got some pink over there and some Rockstar as well. Raw power. How about yourself? I'm doing well, Jason. I'm doing well. What's up? High as fuck happy hour. Ooh, high as fuck happy hour. I started a petition for all of us to take on YouTube, Google, Insta, and Facebook. I'll share it. If you guys could share it on your platform, that'd be great. And also just sign it yourselves. Here's the link, buds. Right there. I just sent it into the... Did it go through? There we go. All right. What am I saying? Ooh, diamonds and turp sauce to dab. How fancy of you, Reverend Veritas. Very fancy. Yeah, I wouldn't either, Sarah. It's probably not a smart decision. No, I have not seen or heard of Canorado genetics. Canorado, that's kind of fun though. I like the name. Very creative. I enjoy a good name. Oh, thank you, Christopher Mortimer. I appreciate it, my friend. Oh, Michael Montgomery, I think they'll go amazing, because at the end of the day, you know, the new version Double Squatch is essentially the same, even though it's got boards instead of strips. I've actually got the originals here myself too. I would have no issues putting them next to each other. So like I've got a Double Squatch X4301H double with then two 3050Rs on either side. They will intermix completely fine, and they will work well as a team. They'll be like, you Squatch, yeah, you Squatch, all right. They'll be like, fuck it, let's roll, bitch, and then it's all good. You know what I'm saying? So, oh, thank you, High as Fuck Happy Hour. You are wonderful. I love you guys. Now, which one of you is actually talking right now? Are you both there? Is it you, Gerd, or is it Dave Jesus? Ooh, some purple. Now, raw power, here's a curious question I have. If it's a mystery Bolivian, is it Sadi or is it more indica-y? I would guess Bolivia, not that I have a huge knowledge of the strains down there, but I would say it's probably more Sat leaning would be my guess. But this is more of an educated guess. I know. I mean, I do a decent Scottish accent. I actually was thinking about just sort of getting, because I'm actually, the largest part of what I am genetically is Scottish. I'm 46% Scottish, according to my at least ancestry.ca thing. So I'm a very much a large part Scot. So I actually kind of was gonna maybe look into actually getting myself a kilt to wear in some of these live streams, the wartime lives, as we stand up for our rights, and you know, that could be fun. Oh, what's up, Gerd? Oh, good times, good times. Are you coming to us for the new studio? Are you watching the new studio or the new house there, buddy? Well, we do have a company, Apache FPV. We're just not at a place right now where we don't have any jobs. But one day we will be a very large employer, not just in Canada. We will be setting up business all over the world in different countries. That is the end goal. You know, I want to overgrow the world with my little company, you know, and then it will be a company for all of us, you know, and employing people everywhere. It'll be great. I'm looking forward to it. Oh, right. Yeah, I mean, most of the accents there over Newfoundland is kind of an Irish sound. I mean, now remember, it's not just the Irish who went to Newfoundland. There's a big part of the Scots as well, and the Welsh who also went into there. Newfoundland, depending on where you go, has different sort of subtle variation on the accents, and you know, Newfie speak is great in Canada. I mean, it's just kind of a language unto itself, really, which is quite fun. I would guess that because Bolivia's pretty close to the equator, are they not? So you'd have like a crazy long, super high sun, long season there would be my guess. Ah, nice. High as fuck happy hour. I think I saw a picture posted. It looks really good. You guys have done some really hard work and you've come a long way in setting it all up. I love all the green everywhere, and I saw the new set with the ring, and then you got your monitor, and I saw the little wheel there in the background. I loved all the artwork you guys had on the wall in the new set there too. Fucking A. Super gorgeous. My genetics will be everywhere. Oh, you're from Tan. Oh, I see, Squirrels. You're from Tan. Eh? Which part of Newfoundland are you in there, Squirrels? No, Michael Montgomery, Ancestry.ca is most certainly not owned by China. And the lab that processes it is actually in Ireland. And trust me, I don't think the Irish are too keen on sending a bunch of stuff to China. Let China try to clone me. Go for it. I still think I can take out clones of myself. So they can clone me and send them at me. I'll still win. Oh, man. What am I thinking of? Where they cloned the dude and he had to like fight clones of himself that were supposedly perfected clones. I can't remember. I think it was a movie of some sort at some point. I don't know. It's coming. At some point I watched something like that. It was fun. Yeah, no, well, hey, high as fuck happy hour. It's all of our fight with YouTube, 100%. Like, it's not just my fight. I'm just the idiot who, you know, picked the fight, maybe, and called y'all to come join me on the field of battle. But it's all of our fight. But I'd be honored to. I'd love to. I'm hoping I'm going to be able to do some co-shows with pretty much any one of you that wants to do some. Let's do it. I'm going to be talking to Cannabis Culture, or Cannabis Lifestyle TV on Friday. Pot TV, Cannabis Culture has commented. They haven't really gotten back to me. They made a comment on the video yesterday, so I'm waiting for someone to actually reach out formally. Worst case scenario, I'll just call Neil maybe and get him to get someone to call me, but we'll go from there. Yes, I have seen that, Roman Reckless. The one with Jet Li was pretty cool. Not much of a storyline, really, but it was definitely some good action sequences, for sure. I don't know, Michael Montgomery. Maybe. We'll see. I will agree with one thing in basic. I'll say one statement. The Communist Party of China is one of the most dangerous things threatening the human race right now. The people of China are basically slaves to the CCP, and some of the worst human rights violations I've ever seen were when I was a guest of the Chinese government over in China. So at the end of the day, you know, the CCP, you ain't cool to me, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I definitely think they're a big threat. But then again, I actually will be eventually starting another channel. It's going to be called Uncle Potsquatch Politics and Bullshit. So that'll be a channel where we can talk about all that kind of stuff. I try to keep any political relation stuff here strictly to pot, really. But yeah, we can talk about that personally another time, Michael. All right. That does sound really, really, really good, Reverend Veritas. That sounds very tasty. Yeah, right? I think my favorite part of the movie, Roman, though, was when the one guy had no idea and all of a sudden he just starts getting these superpowers and he's like, what the fuck's happening, man? Like, as the one evil one is going through and killing all the other guys in the other dimensions, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Right? I agree, Gasser. It's not much of a storyline, but it was a great action film. Definitely something fun to get stoned and watch, you know? What's happening to the Quiet Witch? Good to see you. Yeah, no, it'll be fun, Michael. It's going to be a fun channel for sure. I could really let loose on that. Oh, man. Uncle Potsquatch on politics and bullshit. No. Tony Clifton, our chips are South Korean. Samsung is based out of South Korea, so they are Korean chips. The Koreans do good work. My grinders are made in Korea as well. Oh, really, Rosin Smoke? Well, that's stupid. Yeah, Instagram's always fucking with me too. All social media platforms really have a major hard-on for me and all of us. But that's part of why we're fighting. That's why when I made the petition, it's not just at YouTube or Google, it's at Facebook and Instagram as well. Yeah, Instagram obviously is owned by Facebook. So basically, Facebook and Google are our two big enemies right now, everybody. Those are the ones we gotta kinda, stand against and fight. The only thing is, like, we still wanna work with them, right? It's like, guys, just back the fuck off. We just wanna leave us the fuck alone. Go worry about policing people who should really be policed. Funny, like, it's kind of like the war on drugs, them busting stoners. Like, how about you go bust the crack dealers instead? Seems like kind of a better use of your time, doesn't it, Mr. Popo? Anyway, but hey, we're living in a kind of a new age version of that, maybe. All good, Typhoid. No worries. Yeah, and maybe it is that, Vic Victor, right? I think that may be it. But at the same time, I've almost got a feeling that film was lifting that idea from a much older science fiction film back in the Hood days. But I can't remember. Oh, wonderful, Quiet Witch. That's good. Tell Ivan I will call him later, and that package should be going out tomorrow for him as well. So that should be all good. Yeah, I'm curious to see what that Gazzers Madness does with the Gorilla Glue. I'm very curious, especially too. I predict, given that they're two F1s that have been crossed, and I mean, well, we don't really know how many times that Gorilla Glue was stabilized. So let's just call it a fucking F1. I predict that we will see a plethora of interesting phenotypes in that initial crossing that you've done. So I'm very curious to see what it is too. Well, they could, and I mean, let's talk about that for a second. Actually, Michael Montgomery, to a country that fairly close to yours, and this is kind of cannabis related too. So cannabis news. We can talk about this one. It's an interesting story out of New Zealand. Pot people in New Zealand and the same as in Australia, are like hardcore prosecuted, right? Like it's super illegal there. It's kind of dumb. But then the Prime Minister of New Zealand just busted, Gazzers, what's the name of that gang there? The main gang, the mongrel mob or the mongrels or something like that? Anyway, they're the major fucking meth dealers in New Zealand. They're by and large the main contributing factor to the methamphetamine problem and addiction issues going on for many in New Zealand. And then they just got busted. They had like $2.8 to $3.2 million seized. But what does their prime minister do? Rather than persecuting the people who are responsible for hurting her people, she gives them the money back and has entrusted these fucking idiots to run a rehabilitation program. All right, so yeah, let's take the meth dealers and make them in charge of making people clean and give them their drug money back. Oh, you potheads, we're still going to keep persecuting you and putting you in jail. Fuck you. You and your 4 to 12 plants in your house. Fucking ridiculous. But hey, it goes to show you, we've still got a long way to go on a global stage in terms of cannabis and fighting for people's rights, right? So here we are, here we go. Let's see what we can get her done, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey. But, yeah. Oh, he's in New Brunswick? What the fuck's he doing in New Brunswick? He's supposed to be in Wabush. Anyway, 1 second. I gotta get a beer. I'll be right back. Whoop! 2 seconds. I will just be right back. I just need to grab a beer. Oh, my dog's barking. So hear me singing. All right. Whoop, there we go. Whoop, there we go. All right. Ooh, my lower back's a little sweaty sitting in this leather chair. My God. All right. So, let's get back to what we were talking about. Jason Ward says, what the fuck? What the fuck to what the fuck? Oh, do you mean what I was saying about the other thing? Oh, fuck. I'm really sorry. I shouldn't have made the joke then. The Quiet Witch. Tell him I'm sorry. Well, I'll talk to him later. It'll be okay. When's he out of the? When is he out of the funeral? He's probably out now. It's like 7:54 there. At least he's got one mother left, and I ain't dying anytime soon. That's an inside joke, everybody. By the way. No, she's not part of the Chinese Communist Party, but I'm pretty sure she is a Freemason. Not that I'm, we're not going to go there either. But I will say that she is affiliated with the group. She is one of the female Freemasons, I do believe. Whether that's a good thing, a bad thing, we're not going to go there or talk about that. However, I do know she does have that, to my knowledge, that political affiliation. But we'll leave that alone. Yeah. Oh, don't ask me how much it cost us for a case of beer. Know what I'll tell you. Aaron, for me, when I go to the store for a 2-4, like Budweiser, out here in Hope, it's usually about 45 or 50 bucks. In town, it's like, depending on where I am, $50 to $65 for a 24 case of beer, Budweiser. Yeah, I tell that to people in Texas, like, man, if I go to Walmart, I can get a 2-4 of Bud for like 15, 16 bucks. And I'm like, man, don't tell me that. And I bet you I was the hairiest out of all of them too, the Quiet Witch. I mean, that's definitely a certain take on a revisionist history idea on the story of Jesus Christ. I like it, though. It's kind of funny, Irish Wanderer. I think it maybe was a bit more than just weed, though, if they were... but it's an idea, though. I mean, it's an idea for sure. I find that quite amusing. Quite amusing indeedy do. Man, good times. Jason Ward's like, it's $16 here in Oklahoma. Son of a bitch. Yeah, we just asked me what it cost us for a pack of cigarettes here, too. Now, mind you, it's expensive here for cigarettes, but you want to know what's really expensive? Hey, Gazzers, tell everyone what it costs you for a pack of 20s of cigarettes in New Zealand. And I thought it was bad here. Holy shit. But see, Jimmy Jones, I mean, at those prices, I mean, it's always been kind of more expensive here, but I mean, I come from a long line of drinkers, right? So, no, I'll pay what it is. Most of the cost of beer in Canada, especially on the West Coast, like it's all taxes. It's not like the company's making that money. Budweiser isn't making that. That's all our government. We get very highly taxed on things our government thinks hurts us. So, like cigarettes, most of that cost is all tax, and they're always raising it. Beer. That's a huge, almost all tax. Whiskey, liquor, that's all highly taxed. I mean, the funny thing is like, okay, well, if you're going to tax things you think that hurt me, why aren't you taxing like these giant conglomerate fake food companies like McDonald's and other things like that, and processed foods and shit. But anyway, nah, I digress. Hey, Irish Wanderer, though, you should do it for fun. Rewrite the Bible from a stoner's perspective, or like make it funny like that. That could actually be, here, I'll help you co-write the damn thing. We could actually probably sell quite a few copies. That could be quite amusing for people to read. Okay, there we go. Here's Gazzer's answer, everybody. $36 in the world of Kiwidom for a 20 pack of smokes. Jesus F. Christ. Yeah, so here, now, I smoke stupid cheap cigarettes. So, and they're more expensive in Vancouver, but when I buy them out here, I found one store where I can get them cheaper than any other store. So I smoke Pall Malls now because they're the cheapest ones I can really get. 2 packs of Pall Mall Bowl King Size now at my preferred store is $29.09. At the other store, beside the pub I've been working a couple days a week at, is $31.50 for 2 packs of 20s. And then your Gazzers, and you're paying $36 fucking dollars for a pack of 20s. The poor Kiwis! New Zealand government, leave your people alone and stop giving money to meth dealers! And stop locking up potheads! Like, you fucking, are you stupid? Are you fucked in the head? Anyway. Man, I know. I mean, when I lived at my old house, my friend Sue Ann, she doesn't smoke, but she's indigenous, so she would go buy me smokes, like the real smokes from the store, but she could get them cheap because she's indigenous. And yeah, I agree. Hard Rock Pop, store bought weed typically really sucks. And I love you too, my friend. How you doing? How you been, Hard Rock Pop? It's been a while, baby. Oh, you missed me pissing during the show? Well, maybe we'll get a mobile camera that's like Bluetooth into the show setup now, and then I can take everyone for the live stream during the live stream again. I remember how freaked out people who were new to the channel would get when we used to do those during the show. They'd be like, what the fuck happened here, man? Like, is this motherfucker pissing in his show? I'm like, yep, it's called a live stream during a live stream. Don't freak out. It's just a thing. It's called diuretics happen and they make you pee. Oh, man. One second here. Also, I'll have you know, by the way, the Chinese Communist Party aren't communist. They call themselves that, but it's a capitalistic oligarchy dictatorship, and it's quite tyrannical. At least on paper, communism actually does work. Socialism, not communism, completely different concepts. But on paper, they both work. Socialism, in and of itself, when combined with capitalism, is actually the perfect way to go. I'm a socialist capitalist. But at the end of the day, the CCP ain't communist. But again, we're not going there. That's it for the other channel. Stop tempting me, Michael. Stop tempting me, you bastard! Squirrel's World, where the heck are you two? You mean me? Like, where do I live? I live in British Columbia, Canada. I'm a BC grower. Award-winning BC grower. Not that you land hard or anything, but no, yes, I'm a BC grower. I live in British Columbia, Canada. I now live in the Hope area of British Columbia. I was in Vancouver for a little over 20 years before I started running out into the mountains. One second here, I'm just reading. Right? I know. Reverend Veritas, I'm the same way. I have a love-hate relationship with politics. If it wasn't for politics and stupid societal things, I wouldn't have anything to be a comedian about. I actually do think as I get older, after I take over the world, I can, and in a good way, you know, for the people, build my global empire. I think I'll probably spend my retirement maybe getting into politics just for the fuck of it, piss some real people off, you know what I'm saying? Like, imagine that. Imagine Uncle Potsquatch in politics. Imagine me running a country. I would have the most, probably one of the greatest approval ratings of the people, and everyone in the cabinet would hate my guts. It'd be great. Oh, fuck me. Ouch. Sorry, tangles in my beard. Squirrel's World. No Fly Zone knows me. Huh? I don't get it, Squirrel's World. I'm confused now. That's right. Potsquatch for global president. Well, the president of Earth told the universe to go fuck itself today over the new trade agreement. However, oddly, he managed to turn it around in the same speech and actually got it signed. All while drinking a Budweiser, smoking a cigarette, and then he smoked a blunt. The Martians, oddly, are quite happy now. None of us saw that coming, but, well, I guess that's why we voted for the prick. Sorry, everybody. I'm just having fun. Yo, Irish Wanderer, you should, like, crank it. And I'll be like, hello, island! Ha ha ha! Sav, yeah, what's happening, baby? Right? No, I mean, I actually kind of think it's like, you know, I'm a simple prick. I'm already as corrupted as I'm going to get. So, and at the end of the day, I don't need much, man. Like, so the way I look at it is I actually think I'd make a great politician. At least for the people anyway. Like, I mean, fuck, I'd fix everything. I'd get it fixed probably in the first year. Fix everything the first year, then I'll just maintain everything for the next 3. All right. It's amazing what can happen when you elect an official who's not a complete fucktard. Oh, man. Oh, good times. I love hanging out with all you. I do love our hangout live streams, and I'm so stoked that the lab's back up and going, and we're on the verge of flipping again. And once I get that going, then I can start making fun how-to videos again. All the while we're going to war against Google and Facebook. Oh, fuck yeah. God, this is the stuff dreams are made out of. I feel alive, baby. I'll drink to that. Ah. Yes, I am fully vaxxed, Tony Clifton. I have 2 shots of Pfizer. I had 0 negative things. If anything, after the second shot, I felt amazing. So, yes, think what you will about the vaccines. I'm actually quite scientifically minded. I don't think there's some weird conspiracy going on with them. I am pro-vaccination. I defend your rights to not want to take it, by the way, too. But I am vaccinated. I'm fully vaccinated. I needed to do it for work. I had no issues doing it with it. I am not worried about it. There's a little thing called polio. Look it up. Used to be a thing. Yeah. Yeah, that's me. Of course I did, Michael Montgomery. I'm not a fucking idiot. And I'm not saying that you not wanting or being questioned it makes you an idiot, okay? I stand by your rights on that one. But no, of course I'm vaccinated. I'm a filmmaker. I travel for business. I've got to fly to Germany very soon to deal with my first wife's affairs. She's dead. You know, of course I am. I'm not scared of a little vaccination. I know world history. I understand the science behind what went into it. I'm not worried about that one myself personally. I validate people's fears. I validate people being worried about it and not wanting to take it. That is your right. It's your body. I will respect that. But no, I am vaccinated. So is my wife. So is my dad. So are all my business partners. I'm completely fine. No, and I understand that the quiet witch, like it is scary, but you got to remember, okay, look at the stats of it, okay? The statistics, yes, every medication in the world comes with negative side effects. It's really not that bad. There's very few people who have a negative side effect. At the end of the day, you shouldn't be too scared, okay? There is a lot of science going in. People are like, oh, how did you get it out so fast? We've actually learned a couple of things since polio. So, but anyway, we're not, again, getting into this. This is not that channel. The new channel, the second channel I start, we could talk to when we go blue in the face about these types of things. This is a pot channel, for fuck's sake. Anyway, yeah, so. You know, that's the funny thing. When I got mine, it was a little sore, the first one. For a couple of days, maybe it was a little bit more tired than usual. But, you know, I went and got the shot, then I went to the bar, pounded 6 beers, and then I went and moved 3 truckloads of gravel with my friend. I shoveled that shit, son. And on the second one, I felt fucking great. Went back to the pub and I drank all day. It was great. I know. It's a smarter, newer technology, Michael. It's better than the old way of growing things with bits of virus in an ape. It's smarter. It works better. Excuse me. No, Tony Clifton, I mean, again, technically it will be the 3rd channel I have, but the other channel is just where I stick random videos that I like, that I do. So I'm calling it the 2nd channel. I'm starting a 2nd channel eventually when I get around to it. It's going to be called Uncle Potsquatch Politics and Bullshit. It's going to be a show where we can talk about world issues, political issues, societal issues, conspiracy issues. We can have fun. We can go for it. It'll be great and a good time. But that's the one we don't do here. I'm aware of that, and I don't give a shit. A lot of my other friends in business are a bunch of idiots who are afraid of it too. Completely fine. And again, if you're afraid of it, not taking it, not calling you an idiot. I'm more talking about my fucking frat house seeming type buddies who aren't really my friends, but we do business deals together. And I mean, it's just kind of the world of international banking, and they're idiots. But you know, hi Gary, I'm talking about you. Actually, I don't mind you as much. Victor, you're an idiot. And the rest of you, fuck, you're dumb. But anyway, they never watch this show anyway, so who cares? Okay, so everyone, we're moving away. Again, this is a pot channel. This is not the channel talking about this kind of crap. We're moving away from it, okay? We'll leave it with the final statement. Uncle Potsquatch stands for your right to not want to take it, okay? That's where I'll leave it. I stand for your right to want to take it too. If you're curious at home, am I vaccinated? Of course I am. We'll leave it at that, and we'll move on, okay? Now we're done. Back to weed! Thank you, Keith. Someone talking about weed. I love it. So, Keith says, I helped two friends try growing some autos outside in 5 gallons. Nice. 10-6 seeds. I'm assuming that's a company. One was male. Okay. One is still not flowering. Rest of them have flowered. All right. So, Keith, my guess on that one would be that you have someone who doesn't really actually know proper stabilization or brooding, okay? They haven't properly stabilized and selected out auto-flowering phenotypes fully. So what that one plant that's not flowering yet is, it's called a photo. The other ones sound like they have been done well enough that they're gonna be auto-flowering on you there. And so that'd be my guess. So basically you have a few autos, one photo, and then a male, which could be either photo or unphoto, but it doesn't really matter, right? But there you go. I mean, I might, the new TBE platform, we could do that. I'm also thinking about doing some stuff on Rumble. I mean, I think I'm gonna have to combine all of the new platforms for me to be satisfied. The part of why I hate and don't want to ever leave YouTube is because there's too few people on these other platforms for me to really do it. But if I do it on YouTube, I'll do it on all the other ones too. But I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not going to be bullied by a corporation and told what I can do when I know they're in the wrong. So I'm going to start that fight and fight that fight. Oh, actually though, Fred Fury, did you get the link? Please share it to all your people. Here's the link of our petition. Son of a bitch. Come on, phone. I'm just trying to share the petition again. Everyone, sign the petition. We're going after Google, YouTube, and Facebook and Insta, aka 2 companies, but here we are. Link shared. Please sign, please share. Post it all over the goddamn internet. All right. Michael Montgomery, right now I'm not set up, but I'm pretty sure I have found in my house a USB cable that's almost long enough to reach at least just inside the door of the flowering room. So I'm going to try for the next show to have a dual camera set up where I can actually switch to this other camera and at least peek inside the room for everybody. One second here, everybody. I'm just reading. 1 second. That's not good, Gonchadali, yo mama. You gotta pound that shit. 1 second here, everybody. I'm just reading. I haven't checked that out, Roman Reckless. But send me if you got a link to it, either an article or the actual breakdown of it. Send it to me in an email, and I'm happy to read that and check it out, my friend. Tony Clifton, send me an email with that too. Remember, everybody, my memory's not the world's greatest thing in terms of stuff. So if you send me an email with stuff that we talk about show, like, hey, check this out, Squatchers, check this out, or tell me what you want me to see, and that helps. Okay, it makes it easier for me. Flight risk. Did you know you lived on a level plane? In what regard? A level plane of existence, a level playing field, a level plane. Well, I live actually in a mountainous range, and I kind of swoop through different sea levels there. But what are you referencing, my friend? Flight risk. Thank you, Fred. I appreciate it, buddy. Oh, that's awesome, the Quiet Witch. I appreciate that. Much appreciated, my friend. Well, Chris McGarry, first question. Your outside plants, do you have them planted in the ground or do you have them in planters? First question. Also, where or what rough area do you live? I love you too, Fly Risk. All right. Oh, cool, Tony Clifton. Send me an email, Tony. Send me a Tony. No, I don't need a Tony award. Send me an email, Tony. What's up, Josh Green? How you doing, my friend? Welcome to the show. I hope you're doing well. We're having a good time. Oh, since anyone new to the show, again, here's the link. Here's the link to the petition that we are starting as the first step of going to war for all of our people and all YouTubers alike. So, and again, Mr. Canuck, Remo, all the other big channels, you know, Canada's Lifestyle TV reached out to us within 3 hours yesterday. Give me a call. We're unifying. We're gonna make a change. Okay. A lot of smaller channels are already hopping on board. Love you. Thank you. It's for all of us. But we're gonna need some other big fish to come carry some weight here for us on this one as well to help us get the word out and build this up. All right. All right. Oh, that sounds fun, Squirrel's World. I mean, I say go for it, right? What's up, Token Stoner? Hello, back to Texas. We actually have a lot of fucking Potsquatches in Texas. There's a lot of members of our little community over in Texas. Hell yeah. What can we talk about that I'm excited about now, though? I'm excited for Flip coming up, everybody. I mean, I'm almost done dealing with the little threat bastards, you know, and I'm pretty excited about that. So I'm looking forward to that one, I'll tell you. I'm looking forward to that. The Flip on the Hindu Kush, and then getting that little first breeding program as well going as well. I'm really looking forward to making that orange Hindu that Gazer sent us. Find a nice big breeding buck and getting the fuck with my Hindu Kush girls. It'll be beautiful. Really quite excited about that one, I'll tell you. Sounds good, Savel. Johnny B's that dude who does a show on cannabis culture, right? I've seen some of his stuff. I'm aware of who he is, I think. Well, like, vaguely, but, yeah. Seems to talk about par a lot. And I don't mean that in a mean way. Oh, good times. I'm redundant in my own ways, too. Thank you, The Quiet Witch. I appreciate it. Share it to all your friends and family, or at least the people you know that give a shit. Does anyone here go on the... It is an inside joke? What I'm joking about or laughing at? No, not really. I'm just laughing at, you know, as pot YouTubers, some of us have certain things that we'll, like, seemingly always talk about. Maybe to a point of redundancy or pointlessness, and so, you know, that was kind of the joke I was making about Johnny B. Like, he's always talking about par, and I'm like, okay, get to some other information, but then again, like, look at me, I rant, I'm always ranting about fragile genetics all the fucking time, and all this, and how, fuck, the last 15, 20 years, bunch of bullshit, blah, 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 and I go off about that. So, we all have our own little things that we get excited about, and kind of repeat all the time, and I say, you know what I'm saying? I say that probably like, oh, fuck, there's probably been shows where I say, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, like 50 to 250 times, man. Like, I say it in real life, too. Oh, man. Excuse me. Oh, hell yeah. I can't wait to see it as well, Michael Montgomery. I'm pretty stoked to see it. I'm pretty stoked to see how you do with the new rack. With the original, and just keep it rocking. See, that's the thing, Ross and Smoke. Where I'm at is I'm actually on a mission to never have feminized beans ever be part of the grow world again. We need to teach people patience. We need to teach people sexing. Feminization has destroyed genetics. It is a Plan Z emergency red alert. of Mother Nature to perpetuate the species. It should not be used as the majority genetics that are going out there. It's part of why we have fragmented foxtailing genetics, and if we're not careful, we're going to destroy the future of weed for generations to come. So that's why I'm against that. I'm all for all regs all the time. We make genetics affordable. No more charging people $65 for 3 fucking seeds. That's fucking stupid, and it's the most, the biggest rip-off of all time. It's disgusting. Anyone who does that deserves to be fucking shot. Not actually, I'm not advocating violence, by the way. I'm frustrated by that. But, like, it's just no. Just no. That's the bastardization of the industry and our community right there, in my humble 2 cents. Hell yeah, Jadline, man. And you know, at the end of the day, man, it's part about standing up, man. And it's like there are a lot of parts of the world where it's still viewed that way, right? Like even in Canada, even though it's legalized, right? There's certain parts of Canada too where it's still extremely conservative socially, right? And like people look down on you being a pot person or whatever. And it's like, well, and to them, we're like, fuck you, man. But don't worry, man. Jaw Lion, just keep standing up. Keep standing up for it and being you. And I do hope there will come a day where all the world's peoples will just be allowed to love the damn plant. It's a fucking plant. Everyone needs to fucking chill the fuck out. Governments, police forces, lawmakers, like, come on, go fuck off and do a real job. Go deal with the crack dealers, okay? Go deal with the meth dealers. Don't take a chapter out of New Zealand's prime minister and give them money to run a rehab program. It's like, that's just dumb. They're the ones who got them addicted, you dumb bitch! So, keep steadfast and standing for the fight and the cause, my friend, and know you have many people standing with you around the world. And we will all get there, you know what I'm saying? Paper scratch like, tell us how you really feel. Oh, right, Rosin Smoke, it's fucked. It's complete fucked. Tony Clifton is just coming up with all these ideas for different channels I should do. What should Uncle Potsquatch rant about today? Well, he started another channel talking about climate change. All right. Oh, I don't even want to think about how many beans I've gifted to people in need over the years. I don't think I could even try to count. Hey, thank you, John Lyon. You know, well, I was like, yesterday was kind of like the war cry, and I'm trying to get the attention of, like, my fellow YouTubers, whether you like me or not. You know, come fucking stand with me, okay? We need to unify for the first time, and I'm Potsquatch Wallace now, and I'm going to unify the goddamn clans of all of us. And for the first time ever, we will watch the pot industry move in solidarity for the first time. And if we do that, if we can achieve that, we can actually protect ourselves. Because a lot of us, I think, right now are just freaking out. We're like, what the fuck are we going to do? What the fuck are we going to do? Well, I'll tell you what we're going to do. I've already figured it out, okay? We're figuring it out. We're going to figure it out together. I figured out the first few steps. We're going to start there and keep going, okay? And then together, we're going to get this motherfucker done. Nicole is sharing the petition right there. Jawline, check it out. Share it to all of your friends and family, your homies. That is the petition that we're signing against as a step 1 on taking on Google/YouTube and Facebook/Instagram and for fairness and representation of all of us and shit, you know what I'm saying? Damn, your birthday's the day Robin Williams died. That's really sad. I actually don't do impersonations, by the way. You know, anytime I've tried to do impersonation, it just doesn't work. You know what I mean? But Robin Williams is one of the actors probably that was the most inspiration for me growing up. Actually, it was funny when I was being interviewed on the ATPN show that I was just shooting a week and a half ago. So at the end of the wrap, and or the second last day, they interviewed me for, I guess they're making like a little kind of video of the making of, right? And so I played a character on it, right? So, you know, they wanted to interview me on it. So that was one of the questions, though, for me as an actor was like, they were like, well, what's your dream role? What's your dream role? What do you want to do? Like, what would you do? If you could pick any role as an actor, what you want to do? I want to remake Mrs. Doubtfire, and I play Mrs. Doubtfire. I think I'm the only person on the goddamn planet that could do it, and not destroy the memory of Robin and not destroy the film. And that would be the dream role for me, to remake Mrs. Doubtfire, and I get to play Mrs. Doubtfire in solidarity to Robin Williams. Yeah. Good morning, Vietnam! Yeah, well, I got the microphone anyway. We're ready to start going. The weather today is coming in. It's hot! It's hot and it's wet. It's humid. All right. All right. Aaron's like, maybe we should do some rewrites and we'll do Myth of Potfire. Well, we could do that as a short, maybe mini one. We do that for fun, but I legitimately want to remake the actual film. All right. Come on, Miranda! Oh, in the worst way. Big feet, no meat. I feel good. Oh, I'm gonna help myself. I'm gonna go get down. I'm gonna go. Oh, anyway, that's enough. I amused myself. It's that, and it's also people don't understand the proper stabilization, the proper way to breed things, and then feminization. Though, when you have a feminized genetic being thrown into the mix, and then you got people, just regurgitating these genetics, pollen chuckers, Gen 1ers. Gen 1er means someone who crosses something they think they've made a strain. It's like, no, you're an idiot. Like bare minimum cubing, and cubing is like literally just like when you got to do it for 4 generations bare minimum. It's called a cube. Cubing it is like step 1 of kind of making something. Making a strain properly takes years. Anyone who tells you different is just wrong. They're probably a pollen chucker and a Gen 1 or F1er, I'm a breeder. Nope, you're an idiot. All right, get back to it. All right, moving on. Right, Caroline? Hey, yo. Hey, welcome back, Grow Big 207, baby. That's right. Well, right? Oh, no. Mrs. Doubtfire is probably one of my favorite comedic films of all time. I won't lie to you. I cry a lot in that movie, man. It's just so moving, and it's so, just all the things, and oh my God! Fuck. Thank you, Reverend Veritas. I appreciate it. I think our first goal is to get to the first 100 signs, the first 100 signatures, and then we get to a next tier. Every amount, certain amounts of signatures, then they're going to start promoting it more and more on their platform to help us get it out there. Yeah. No, the issue is cost, but the issue is feminized seeds should never be created. Feminized seeds should never be released. They are destroying genetics. People should be using regular genetics and taking their time so that if they do decide to go breed, we're not mixing in fragmented genetics that came from a Plan Z emergency 911 of Mother Nature that's built into the plant to perpetuate the species for producing our consistent ongoing seed stock, because then it starts to compound and it just fucks everything up. That's why shit sucks now. Yeah, sure, we got some high THC levels. Yield's gone out the window. Fucking everything foxtails now. When I was a kid, High Times never had anything foxtailing in it. Now everything in High Times, it almost looks like it's foxtailing to me. And it's just fucked. Shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. Right? And Byron Hayes, that'll be something our company does when we bring our stuff to market. Like, we will share exactly where we're at with it. And we'll tell you exactly what it is, exactly where it came from, and where it's at in terms of us working on it. So, completely fucks the genetics, Michael Montgomery. It fragments them, and it's not so much the initial feminization that is the real issue. It's the compounding of said feminization into other breeding programs going down the line. Combine that with pollen chuckers, Gen 1ers, Gen 2ers, and then it's just all fucked to shit. Tommy 420, I don't think really there's many places at all with decent seeds for sale. There's a reason why I've been collecting genetics my entire career of over 20 years, and I'm getting into the game, because then I know I can do it right, and those who are partnering with me can do it right, and we'll work really hard to really release something that's reliable, that's affordable, and accessible for the people all over the planet. So I don't really have any recommendations, sadly, for you. I don't really buy seeds. I think I've bought seeds from an actual breeder once or twice, maybe 3 times my entire career. I have a catalog right now of over 275 items. Take that for what you will. And by breeders, I mean like the formal, like, you know, comes in a pack, it's from a little company. I work with real breeders all the time and people I respect, but those just come in a fucking vial from them or a bag. Those are the people I work with. The true growers, the true breeders. There's some of us left. And I'm sorry, I know it sucks. Everyone's like, well, that doesn't help me. And I'm like, I know, I'm trying to get you, so I can't help you though, I'm sorry. Oh, man. I love that. Road Records. How much pollen can a pollen... I can't even do it. How much pollen can a pollen chucker chuck? If a pollen... Oh, I'm going to have to practice that one before I can even attempt that one, man. Oh, hell yeah, Michael Montgomery. Some of the best fucking weed I've ever grown came from a bag seed. If you mean an inventory check of what I have on hand, oh, everything's listed. Hey, cheers, JC Smith 71. Hope you're well and you have a good one too. But my friends, my family, I've looked at the clock. It is that time of the show where I must go. I must go and work on some chores. I got some work into there to do in the room. I gotta kind of finish stuff. I bought all these hooks, so I gotta redo all the wiring in the lab. I've gotta go also for a quick business meeting down at a pub locally to hear for a little bit. And then I gotta keep working away at the house and get some other stuff done. And also too, I have promised myself I'm gonna play with the rosin press. We have a few different websites, Tommy420. So Tommy420, if you want to check out our CBD line, we have more products coming. I thought they'd already be out by now, but they're not yet. These are available currently in the States, but I'm trying to open it up for the rest of the world. So actually, Nicole, could you share my links? Clipboard. So this is where you buy your lights, Tommy. This is where you buy our lighting brand. And then Granjana, your mama, shared where you can go to buy our CBD line. There will be gummies and beard oil available very soon on top of the tincture. We technically have a website for the swag sales, but I'm taking that down. I'm keeping the domain name, but I'm going to be rebuilding that website at a different website. It's very generic. I won't say anything about who I am or what I am. And I'm going to try to have that up in the next couple of weeks so you can actually all start buying your hats and t-shirts and your grinders and your papers, and then hopefully eventually garden supply and all of those kinds of things as well. We do have a Facebook group as well. Thank you, Nicole, for sharing that. Please answer the questions. It is a liability. It is a safe place for everyone. If you agree to not be a dick and not be an asshole, treat people with respect, and just get ready for a good time, you're welcome. But at the same time, please answer the questions to get in there. Tommy420, we don't sell seeds currently. We are one of the only companies that are actually trying to go fully legal and be one of the first truly legal qualified seed brands ever in the world. And that will take some time. I have to buy property, I have to build a building, I have to then go through the arduous process of trying to become licensed in Canada, my wonderful little country. So basically, I'm desperately trying to figure out how to do that. So maybe I can get our CBD line to blow up and I'll have the capital required for doing that. Realistically, it's going to cost me anywhere from $800,000 to $1.5 million to do that, sadly. But that's just sort of the nature of the beast. But yeah, long story short, we'll get there. We'll come to market as soon as we can, okay? I love all of you. I'll see you in the next show. Next show's Sunday. I'll release a video of the plants probably before then because it's only Wednesday. So might even go to flower before the next show. We'll see where we stand in terms of just eliminating the thrip problem or the thrips problem. Call it what you will. Excuse me. But anyway, remember, my friends, the true grower is forever student. The true grower makes educated decisions. The true grower is not afraid to make mistakes because that's where we actually learn. You learn more from a mistake than you do from a success. We are at war. Go to all the other YouTubers you like, tell them to message Uncle Potsquatch at potsquatch420@gmail.com or message me via the Instagram. I am at Potsquatch_growers on Instagram, okay? Send the petition to all your friends and family, post it all over the internet, okay? Let's get to fucking 20,000 signatures in the next week. Let's see if we can. Should be pretty easy. We got 23,000 people subscribed to this channel alone. We'll see what happens. Anyway, everybody, keep it real. I love you. Keep it sexy. Keep it squatchy. Keep it real. All right. Peace.